Nothing looks cooler than smashing a huge deadlift with perfect technique. However, when learning how to deadlift or trying to fix an already poor movement, it can be tough to feel the positions. So today, I will go over my top 3 simple deadlift drills that have helped me teach hundreds of junior high kids how to deadlift. These drills are to help you feel the positions in isolation. They are for people who know how to deadlift conceptually, but just can't seem to get their bodies in the right position. See our video in the card above or linked in the description on how to deadlift for the specifics on technique. The first drill just helps us really engage the lats and keep the bar close throughout the whole lift. You keep straight arms like when you deadlift, the back in a neutral position, and then pull the band back and hold for a few seconds. The goal of this drill is to get you to feel what it is like for the lats to be activated properly. I recommend doing this for just a 3 to 5 second hold before each set until you have it mastered. Then you get down to the bar and try to replicate it, pulling the bar close and keeping the lats engaged throughout the entire deadlift. The second drill really helps if you tend to get soft in the mid-back and round over. This could either be from a lack of control of those muscles or just being weak in that position. The Zercher Back Extension helps fix both of those. The goal with this is to pull the bar into your chest and maintain position. This exercise helps you feel what your entire back being tight and activated feels like, along with serving as a total back strengthener. I recommend doing this as a standalone exercise for 3 to 4 sets of 10 seconds, 1 to 2 times per week, so you can use a little bit heavier weight and then strengthen these muscles. Just don't sacrifice position for weight because that positional strength is the goal. The last drill is the stationary pull, and it helps with 2 issues. The first is the hips shooting back off the floor, and the second is not being able to create tension. This drill just has you put a heavy weight on the bar and attempt to lift it. The goal is to stay in perfect position and slowly push harder while staying in good position. This drill allows you to create tension and really push through the legs without worrying about needing to move the weight. Do 3 to 4 sets of 5 seconds before your main deadlift work. Then practice doing this with weight that will actually move. For fixing the hips rising early problem, the athlete should focus on pushing through the quads and keeping the hips in the same spot. It is easier here because the bar doesn't move, and it is really obvious if you start rising your hips. This allows for an easier self-correction versus just showing them a video of their hips rising and continuing to watch the same thing happen. With creating tension, this mistake manifests when the bar tends to jolt off the ground and they lose position. Typically, they will look like they're in great position right before lifting, and then they just kind of jerk into action and lose that position because they were never tight. This drill allows them to focus on that without worrying about moving the bar. Basically, you're giving them less things to think about so they can focus on creating that tension. These drills are highly effective depending on where you're having trouble with your deadlift technique. Most of the drills that I have athletes do to improve technique on various exercises just helps them feel how their body should feel in that position by isolating it. Now they don't have to think about so many things. This helps them better use those specific muscles or find that position when doing the full lift. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and leave a comment about any other exercises that you want to see drills for. I have loads of them because I work with a lot of 12 to 13-year-olds, and you never know what's finally going to make it click. Please subscribe as well and come back for more helpful tips.